The second lesson includes the correct wall design, the individual design of the walls, the placement of special elements such as cornice, crown molding and splashback, the insertion of 3D objects from internet, the setting of luminosity, the print of the project and the placement of the Gola knob. In this window we write the dimensions of the room, 3 meters and let's say 3 meters and 60. In millimeters 3600. New room. And now here we can see how we change the dimension of the walls without being changed the value of the angle. For example, being activated the last button of identity from the window switches, we approach the mouse on the wall and from the control panel we are able to change the room depth. So the angles are not modified, remains 90 degrees. Also we can design each wall separately with different angles. From the main icon I will close this project and we will see now how it is able to do this. Here we have all the libraries we can use in our project. We can choose all of them from this button or we can let the previous option. The button OK, it is not necessary to be activated. You can go forward by pressing cancel. The procedure of wall design is always in the direction of clockwise. We start with a short left click in the bottom of the left corner. And while the mouse is moving from the control panel, we will define the length of this wall. 3.5 meters, for example. And for the second one, 4 meters and 20. In the case you want to have a different angle between the second and the third wall, you can set the value in the blank wall angle. For example, 100. And after you will set the length of the wall. Let's say 2 meters. Enter. And now we see the angle between these walls. This is the first case when we know the angle. The other case is when we don't know the angle, so we have to do the measure of 1 meter for the first wall and the same dimension for the second wall. This procedure will be made in the client's room, for example. The values you will write in the blank A, 1 meter for the first wall, and in the blank B, 1 meter for the second wall. In the blank C, you will write the diagonal between these walls. And the last step is to set the length. 2 meters, for example, enter. And according to the measures we've made, it is automatically calculated the angle. The direction of wall design can be changed using the arrows from the keyboard or from the control panel. We set the length for the fourth wall in this blank, enter or OK, And in the case you want to finish the design at this level, by pressing the button escape 2 times, the command will be cancelled. If you want to close the room, you will activate again the icon which represents a pencil, and you will start to design from the last step you finished, paying attention that the design of the walls, it is always in the direction of the clockwise. So, with a left click on the interior marker from this wall, it is starting to design the wall. It is wrong to select a middle marker. For example, if I select this marker, when you will want to place a corner unit, the placement will not be possible. As you can see, the corner is not the same. It has not the same shape as the others. So the correct placement design of the wall, it is by one left click on the interior marker, a right click from the mouse in order this wall to be mobile, and the left click on the interior marker on the first wall. Now the design of the walls has been made correctly. We are able to see even the angle. By pressing 2 times the button escape, we cancel this command of design walls. The placement of different units can be made from the control panel, as we saw in the first lesson. Even from floor plan, even from 3D. You can choose different base units. And as you saw in the first lesson, the placement can be made, as I said, even from floor plan, even from 3D. I will not insist in this step, because you saw it in the first lesson. Forwards, you will watch the procedure which includes the placement of special elements. I will close this project for the moment, and I will open another one in order to see how to place special elements. This is a project, and first you can start by adding a board between the two wall units here. For the correct placement of the board, first you have to see the distance between the wall units. So from the floor plan and from the window tools, you choose the icon ruler. At the bottom of the page, here, you will see the distance. With a left click on the marker from the wall unit until to the other wall unit, another left click on the other marker. So we see the distance of 1278. This is the distance between them. Now we know the width of the board, so the second step is to search the alignment of the wall units. It is specified in the control panel. If we approach the mouse on a wall unit, we see in the blank up the alignment. So we know the width of the board and we know also the alignment. The placement of the board can be made even from the floor plan, even from the 3D. From the window control panel, we will choose kitchen and wardrobe, units, wall units, and here we have the option board and shelves. We open one category and we choose one of these models. With a left click, we select it, and here in this window we will specify the width we've just seen before. We press one time the button Enter, and being activated the button OK with a left click. Here in our project, we will place it with one left click inside the project. We are able to see the element, and to change its direction, we will use the arrows from the keyboard or from the control panel. The direction, it has been changed. We look for the markers where we see the circle, and with a left click we make the placement. We go back to 3D, we see it, but we didn't set the alignment, so approaching it with the mouse, it is recognized in the control panel, and from this blank we can change the alignment. As we saw before, the wall units have the alignment 2380. Enter. And now the alignment, it is correctly. For the placement of the corniche, you will select the arrow from the right side of the icon Items. The placement, it is more easy to be made from the floor plan. So we select from the left side of the icon Items the arrow with a left click, and after we will select the option Top Molding. From the control panel we select Kitchen Wardrobe, Corniche and Crown Molding. Here we have different models. We choose one of them, we select it, we define the alignment, and we start place it. With a left click on the markers, we see round and round. Here, pressing escape one time, we will go in the other side to the other wall unit, and we will continue the placement. Here, because the corner we have, it has a blind unit corner, we don't have markers, so we will have to use the arrows from the keyboard in order to give the direction. Pressing 2 times the button escape, we cancel this command, and going back to 3D, we are able to see the placement of this element. In order to place the splashback, we select from the icon items the arrow from the right side, splashback, and from the control panel, worktops, splashbacks. Here we have 2 models. We choose one of it, we select it, we define the alignment, and again with a left click on the markers we will place it. Pressing 2 times again the button escape, the command will be off. The insertion of 3D objects from the internet, it will be made from the main icon. Forward we select import, and in this blank we will write the name of the object we are looking for example, tables. We can see some available models. We choose one of it. We download it, always using the model 2016. And with a left click on the floor, we see the object. With another left click, we fix it. Forward you will see the setting of luminosity. Being in floor plan, we select the icon which represents a light from the window items, and inside the design, the project, with a left click we will choose point light. After, we will turn off the icon and we will select from the window view the icon image trace. Here we have the opportunity to set the lighting. The first option for setting the light is Light Manager. Here in the first blank we will choose Point Light 1. Forward, these options will be checked, and forward we will set the colors for the 3 blanks. We will start with the first one, left click, and the setting, it is made from the right side of the window. This one, it will be on black color. Okay. The second one, it will be white color. You can choose even from this blank. The last one, which is specular. This one, it will be again black like the first one. Okay. And now the brightness of light will be set like this. The C, it will be more than a half, and the B and the A, it will be 3 or 4 clicks to the left. Okay. Now the second option, it will be the scene lighting, where we will set the intensity of the light. First checking the option preview, and after we set the intensity from the right side. Okay. And the last one, it is special effects settings. Here we will set the shadow intensity, which it will be in the middle. The light shadows, which it will be more than a middle. And the reflections, which it will be in the middle. For a better reflection in the floor, we set the value 20, and for the wall, the value 10. We don't forget also to activate these options from here, analyzing, reflections and shadows. Okay. And now we are able to see the shadows and the reflections. From this button, you are able to print the project, to increase it, to print it from this bottom, or to save it with a name in this blank. And you are able also to set the option you want from this blank. We go back, and here from the 3D we can choose print. Here we are able to have both images in the same page if you would like. You are able also to increase them. You are able to insert a new page in order to have the image separately, if you would like to have it like this. And also you can insert a text with a right click and to have a mention. You can also place it wherever you want in the page. Forward, you will see the placement of the knob Gola. In order to place a knob Gola, we have to select the specific items, which is meaning from the control panel. For the items regarding the base items, for example, here the selection it is made from the catalog kitchen units, base units, and here in the end of the list we have the specification Gola for each unit. These are suitable for the placement of the knob Gola. Regarding the tall units and the wall units, the selection it will be made as usual. For these ones, we will select the arrow from the right side of the icon, hide doors, and after the option Gola. Forward, we can see how the wall units changed and the knob Gola was applied. This is the knob Gola for the wall units.